You're listening to a dramatization of War of the Worlds, presented by Playwrights Haven. For more information on this and other projects, go to www.playwrightshaven.com. That's www.playwrightshaven.com.
In the early part of the 21st century, this world was being watched keenly and closely by intelligences greater than man's, and yet as mortal as his own. As men busied themselves about their various concerns, they were scrutinized and studied, perhaps almost as narrowly as a man with a microscope might scrutinize the transient creatures that swarm and multiply in a drop of water. With infinite complacency, men went to and fro over this globe about their little affairs, serene in their assurance of their empire over matter. The day of the Martian invasion started like any other. Unaware of the impending danger from that distant planet, many listened to their favorite programs as they went about their daily, mundane lives.
Hello and welcome to the Timberwood Podcast, coming to you live from Warren County. I'm your host, Olivia Wells. It looks like there's a lot of activity in the chat this evening. Hey everyone. We've got a great episode for you today. Henders will be live on location near the Kinzua Dam for the annual landscape painting competition. We also have Stephen Ogilvie joining us in the studio. Dr. Ogilvie is a professor of astronomy at NRC and a dear friend of the show. Dr. Ogilvie, thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Now, before we jump into the show, I heard that we're supposed to get a meteor shower tonight. Do you think that any of these meteors will strike Earth?
I doubt it. If nothing else, they will probably disintegrate once they enter the atmosphere. It should produce a very luminous light show, however.
I think I read somewhere that these meteors originated from Mars. How would that be possible?
Oh, an asteroid could have struck the surface of Mars, causing fragments of the planet to enter the atmosphere and head towards Earth.
I believe that a few months ago we discussed Mars and how some astronomers in England have spotted green flashes coming from its surface. They claimed that might be a sign of intelligent life.
Yes, I remember.
Do you think there could be life on Mars?
No. I mean, there might be a chance of some insignificant, simple organism, but chances of there being intelligent life on Mars are 1,000,000 to 1.
And speaking of 1,000,000 to 1 chances, you won the Lake Erie boating competition last weekend.
Yes, as I mentioned the last time I was on your show, my ship, the Intrepid, was in dire need of repairs before the race.
If I recall, it was because the hull needed repaired.
Yes, after some unfortunate circumstances that caused it to be run aground.
Again?
This time it wasn't my fault. The sandbank was just in the way.
Oh, of course it was.
Anyways, I was able to get the Intrepid fixed just in time for the race.
Well, congratulations. Now, you've been sailing for how long?
About, what is it, I think 19 or 20 years now. It can be time-consuming and certainly expensive, but I find the hobby rather enjoyable.
What was that? It almost felt like an earthquake.
Perhaps a large truck drove by the studio.
I'm looking at the chat, and it looks as though a meteor just landed in the Allegheny National Forest. So much for your guarantee that the meteors wouldn't land on Earth. I'm getting word from Henders, our field reporter. He was on location near the Kinzua Dam, but he's now heading out toward where the meteor supposedly landed. So hopefully he can give us an eyewitness account of the situation. If we still have time, we might have him call in and give us a report.
Hopefully tomorrow my team and I can examine the meteor. What strikes me as odd is that the meteor did not disintegrate when it entered the atmosphere. It's certainly strange.
And why do you think that could be?
Without examining it in person, I'm really not sure.
Well, why don't we take a commercial break and see if we can get more information on this meteor? We'll be right back after this. Hello and welcome back, everyone. We've received official word that a meteor has indeed landed within the Allegheny National Forest. Fortunately, our field reporter Henders was in the area at the time and can give us a live update on the situation. Henders, can you hear me?
This is Henders, reporting in. If you can bear with me for 1 minute, I'm heading toward the impact site right now. I'm joined by a handful of farmers that witnessed the meteor crash. The clearing is just up ahead. Many of the trees in front of me have fallen over, as if knocked down by a hurricane. The trees at the center of the pit are almost black with glowing embers.
Can you see the meteor?
Not at the moment. There's smoke in the way, but it's starting to dissipate. It looks like at the center is a large gray cylinder, almost like a tin can. I'm assuming it's a satellite of some sort and must have fallen out of orbit. Hold on. Something's happening. It looks like the top of the cylinder is starting to... The top of the cylinder has just fallen to the ground. There's light coming from inside. I'm going to try and get a better look. All right. It looks like there's a shadowy figure within the cylinder. The crowd around me is now anxiously moving forward. It appears there's some sort of creature in the cylinder. It's nothing like I've ever seen. I'm sending you a picture right now.
I just got your picture. Oh, wow. Ogilvy, look at this.
Oh my.
For those of you listening, the creature spotted within the crater looks almost like a squid, with a large head and tentacles on the side. The face has large black eyes and almost beak-like mouth. How tall is this creature?
I'm not sure. It's hard to tell from this distance. It's probably as big as an adult bear. The police have just arrived. They're telling us to back away so the fire trucks can put out the nearby blaze. I'll call you later.
All right, Henders, thanks. Wow, what do you think, Doctor? Do you think this creature is an alien? I mean, the spaceship, the rather odd features?
I don't want to jump into any conclusions. I mean, it might just be an elaborate hoax, but if this is true, this would be a monumental moment for mankind.
Well, it looks like the chat is excited as well. A lot of comments centered around aliens. Someone posted a meme with the cartoon character Marvin in the Allegheny. Oh, wait, it looks like Henders is calling back. Yes, Henders?
Hey guys, sorry about that. Anyways, I'm back behind the police barricade. There's a lot more people now. Most are looking to get a picture of a real alien. There's excitement in the air. It's almost like a carnival. Right now, I see a small delegation moving toward the spaceship. One of them is carrying a white flag. They're trying to communicate with the creature inside the cylinder.
Hello? We come in peace. We mean you no
Wait.
harm.
Something's rising above the cylinder. It looks like a large pole with a box attached to one end. Run!
Henders? Henders, what's happening?
The alien. A beam just shot out from the crater. They attacked the delegation. I need to get away from here. Find a safer location. I have to get away from that thing.
All right, Henders, stay safe. This has been... Well, I don't have the words.
Unprecedented. I'm afraid, under these circumstances, I'll have to cut this interview short. I'll try to head back to Erie and convene with some of my colleagues about the current situation.
Of course, I understand. Dr. Ogilvy has just left. Right now, I'm waiting to hear back from Henders. It looks as though the Pennsylvania State Militia has been mobilized. They seem to be establishing a containment zone around the crash site. While we wait to hear from Henders, why don't we take a commercial break? For those of you just tuning in, a spaceship has landed within the Allegheny National Forest. The state militia has cordoned off the area, but our field reporter Henders is on the scene within the containment zone. Henders?
I'm here.
What can you tell us?
The Pennsylvania State Militia is bringing up a number of howitzers. They have taken positions in and around the containment zone. So far, the creatures have not attempted to advance beyond the crater. It looks like the Air Force is conducting a bombing run on the site. I can see a bright orange glow emanating from the direction of the crater. Hopefully the alien invaders have been dealt with. Wait a minute. Something is moving through the trees. An alien machine is moving through the woods. It has 3 large legs, like a tripod, and a round, almost saucer-shaped body. The howitzers are opening fire. The noise is deafening. A shell struck the cockpit. The machine has stopped and is starting to waver. The howitzers are continuing their bombardment. The machine has been hit. It's toppling, crashing into the trees. There are more tripods coming over the hill. They're dragging away the downed machine. A few of the trenches have been hit, but the state militia is holding the line. The creatures are advancing with more urgency than before. They're firing black smoke and shooting their heat rays. Most of the front lines have been destroyed. They're making their way toward the howitzers. 2 of the howitzers have been hit. The heat ray is 40 yards to my...
Henders? Henders, can you hear me? I'm sorry, everyone, but we seem to have lost contact with Henders. I will try and get a hold of him, but for now, let's take a short break. For those of you just joining us, the Governor's Advisory Council has issued a state of emergency in response to the alien invasion. We are also getting unconfirmed reports that alien tripods have been spotted in Pittsfield, Marionville, and Scandia. The Army fought the aliens at Spring Creek, but were forced to fall back to Union City. The situation is currently ongoing, and we will try and keep you posted as we get more information. Someone in the chat says that the garrison stationed at Union City has fallen to the invaders. I cannot confirm these reports at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sorry, it appears that we're having some technical difficulties. I've lost contact with the chat. Oh, hold on. It seems as though Dr. Ogilvy is trying to radio in. Dr. Ogilvy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I've been trying to reach you for the last 10 minutes. I had to resort to archaic means.
You're live on the air. What's going on? Did you make it to Erie?
I did, right when the evacuation orders were given. The Martians have surrounded the city and are closing in.
Martians?
That is correct. I met with some of my colleagues at the observatory, and the prevailing theory is that these alien invaders are from Mars. The point of origin for the invasion force seems to be those green flashes that had been spotted on the planet's surface months ago. The ones that you had mentioned before.
You said something about evacuation orders.
Yes. Erie is surrounded. The highways leaving the city are at a standstill. The cars are lined up for miles. The only viable way out is on the lake. I'm currently sailing the Intrepid out of here. I've had to use the ship's radio phone to try and get a hold of you. On board, I have as many refugees from the city as I could safely fit without having the boat capsize.
Can you describe the situation for us?
It's utter chaos. I'm looking back at the docks now. The city itself is dark, but I can see the lights coming from the various ships crowding the harbor. Every conceivable size and shape of ship you can imagine. Personal yachts, freighters, everything in between.
And what of the Army?
I don't know. One of the soldiers on board said the Martians have jammed the Army's communications array, making most of their weapons useless. Last I heard, the Martians smashed through the line at Union City as if it were nothing. After that, what was left of his garrison established a perimeter along Route 90, but it's just there to buy the city some time. Just utter chaos.
You're on the Intrepid. Where are you going now?
Anywhere but here. We're just rounding Presque Island. No. It's one of the Martian tripods. No. There's 3 of them. They're moving around the forest. They're tossing trees aside like they were sticks. They're wading into the water now. They're trying to approach us.
Stephen, are you there?
I just took out one of the nearby boats. The tripod is aiming its heat ray toward us. Wait. Something struck the tripod. It caused the heat ray to miss. There's a ship nearby. It looks like they're trying to signal us.
This is the USS Iron Saber. Are you damaged?
No, sir. We're fine.
Good. I want you to head north as fast as you can. We'll cover your retreat.
Thank you, and good luck. We are now passing a combined fleet of ships from the Canadian and United States Navies. I can see the Iron Saber leading the way up front. Fighting is intense. One of the tripods has been taken out, but I fear the battle is still one-sided. Ships are being picked off one by one. Fleet. I fear the entire fleet has been destroyed. I can see the burning remains of the ship still glowing through the dark smoke. The tripods are beginning to aim their heat rays at us. I don't know if we can outrun them. Wait! There's something moving within the smoke. The Iron Saber! It's the Iron Saber! It's barreling through, straight at the Martians! The Martians are firing at the ship, but it's still going. It's been set ablaze, but it's still heading straight towards them. The Iron Saber just rammed into a tripod. It's collapsing under its own weight. Both are sinking now into the lake. The final tripod seems to have been pushed back in the explosion. It's retreating, slowly pulling itself back onto Presque Isle. It doesn't look like they'll make any more efforts to chase after us for now. The city behind us is in ruins. Erie is now under the control of the Martians.
Hello? Is anyone out there? It's no use. This is Olivia Wells from the Timberwood Podcast. I don't know why I'm talking to you right now. I don't even know why I'm recording this. Maybe I just need something to hold on to. I guess a bit of an update would be in order. As far as I can tell, much of northwestern PA and a large part of the southern tier are under the Martians' control. Most people have fled. The last I heard, the Martians were heading south toward Pittsburgh, but that was before all communications were cut off. I'm wondering if they've taken over Pittsburgh by now. Supplies are running low here, and there have been more Martians as of late. I've been thinking of heading toward Union City. The last I heard, there could be some pockets of resistance still holding out there. I know it's a terrible idea, but it's the only idea I have. The only hope I have. Right now, I'm near Youngsville. I've been walking all day, and I need some time to rest. To say that my feet are sore would be an understatement. I'm currently in an abandoned Jeep, just off the road. I tried to start it, but so far, no luck. None of the cars on the road are able to start either. I wonder if the Martians had something to do with that. Would have made my journey a lot faster if they'd worked. I do see an Army supply truck nearby. I think I'll head over there. It's a beautiful day out. The sky is clear, but I can see storm clouds forming to the west. Let's see what's inside. Oh! It's only a dog. Okay. Thank goodness. He looks like a rather scrappy fella. Hey, little guy. Oh, it looks like the dog got into one of the supply boxes, but there's plenty more inside. Let's see. We've got bottled water, MREs. We even have some instant soup. Oh, that's good. I haven't eaten all day. Then there's a poncho on one of the nearby boxes. That might be useful to bring along. What is it, boy? It's one of the tripods. I need to hide. was a close one. The Martian finally left. It seems to be heading east down the highway. Oh, you poor little thing. The dog is curled up on my lap, just shaking. Don't worry, little guy. The big, scary Martian's gone. I'm going to gather up what I can from this truck and then probably start heading out toward Erie. I'll talk to you soon. Hey everyone, it's been several hours since we last spoke. My new canine friend and I are taking shelter in Pittsfield. The dog has been following me since we left Youngsville. And he's been keeping up the pace, too. Not sure what to call him. I might call him Marvin. It's been raining all day, but fortunately I found that poncho in the supply truck in Youngsville, which has come in handy. For dinner, we enjoyed some crackers, cheese, and ham from one of the MRE pouches. Maybe it's the hunger talking, but honestly, it's the best meal I've had in a long time. Like I said, right now, we're in Pittsfield. I can see the crater where one of the Martian ships crash-landed, but the site's mostly abandoned. There is, however, one tripod that's been patrolling the nearby forest. I can see it now, in the distance. There's searchlight pacing from one side to another, the light illuminating through the haze of rain. I think tomorrow we'll head toward Union City. I heard over the radio that there might be some survivors there. An army garrison was stationed there for a time, so maybe there's more supplies? Wait, I think I heard something. The sound seems to be coming from the distance. The tripod stopped. Now it's moving away from us toward the direction of the sound. Strange. I can only assume that the sound is coming from another Martian machine. The tripod has disappeared into the storm. Like it's melting into the gray mist. It's been a long day. Hey everyone. We had to take a bit of a detour to avoid the Martians. Right now I'm near the Broken Straw Creek. There's this burgundy, almost cactus-like plant growing along its embankments. I have seen these plants before. They seem to be coming from the Martian landing zones. I think maybe the plant was carried from Mars itself? This plant, it seems to be thriving along the water, swamps. Looks like there's a break in the weather. Tomorrow, we will head to Union City. Talk to you later. And we've made it to the outskirts of Union City. It's where the army fought the Martians before they were forced to retreat toward Erie. The highway is just littered with broken trees, military equipment. I can see a tank off the side of the road. It looks like it's been badly damaged. What is it, boy?
Halt. Who goes there?
I don't mean any harm. I'm just passing through.
Wait a minute. You sound familiar. Aren't you the host of that Forest podcast?
Timberwood podcast. Yes, my name's Olivia Wells. Your uniform. Are you with the army?
See that tank right there? That was mine before the Martians decided to blow it up.
Is there anyone else here?
I'm afraid not. The Martians took whoever didn't run away. This is my territory now. Are you heading towards the safe havens?
What safe havens?
Well, there's been on the radio. You haven't heard it?
No.
I guess the Army was able to establish a beachhead along Lake Erie. At least that's what it sounded like on the radio. There's been a message playing on a loop. It's on the emergency broadcast channel. You hear that? There's one over there. Quick, follow me. We should be safe here for the moment. They've been making that sound an awful lot. Almost like a distress call.
Do you think that the safe havens would be better than here?
I don't know. They were all concentrating around Erie before the city fell. That place would be crawling with Martians.
I heard after Erie fell, they were heading toward Pittsburgh. Maybe they'd be gone by now.
I'm not in the mood to find out. If you want to run all the way to Lake Erie, that's your decision.
So you'd rather stay here and get captured by the Martians?
I know the risk staying here. I don't know the risk trying to escape. Why would you chance it?
It's better than waiting around for them here.
You're determined, kid. I'll give you that. Well, if you insist on going on with this fool's errand, then there's a few things you should know. Head down that road over there. You should be fine. Oh, and take this.
What's that?
It's the frequency number in order to listen to the emergency broadcast. And take this radio and rations. You'll need them.
Thank you.
No problem. Best of luck to you.
Let's see what that was that he's talking about. Dialing into the frequency now.
Environmental Center. Take only essential items. This message repeats. The following message is transmitted by the Pennsylvania Emergency Committee. Due to the ongoing Martian occupation, residents of Warren, Crawford, and Erie counties are advised that a temporary evacuation zone has been established at the Erie Environmental Center. Take only essential items. This message repeats. The following message is transmitted by the Pennsylvania Emergency Committee. Due to...
Well, Marvin, what do you think? I don't know what you said, but all right. Part of me thinks this is foolish, but it's worth a shot. All right. Well, we're heading toward Erie. It might be another day or two if the weather clears up. Looks like I'm running low on battery. Better get out the solar charger. I'll talk with you later. Hey everyone. It's been a few days since we last spoke. Where to begin? Well, we made it to Erie. The tank officer was right. I've seen more Martian tripods out here than anywhere else. We were able to sneak past their patrols and are within sight of the environmental center. The lighthouse is within view. But already I'm not getting a good feeling. The road is littered with destroyed jeeps and tanks, and the riverbed is covered with the wilted remains of that Martian plant. They're just so brittle that brushing past their leaves causes them to fall apart. I can see the lighthouse now. Oh, and there's a ship docked in the makeshift harbor. Wait, the ship. Now that I'm closer, I can see that the ship has been destroyed. It's been torn apart. I'm looking around, but so far I don't see anyone else. There's no other ships here, just some scattered suitcases and duffel bags. There appears to be a small section of military tents set up nearby. Sounds like someone's talking. It's coming from one of the tents.
Due to the ongoing Martian occupation, residents of Warren,
It looks like it's the machine that's been transmitting the emergency broadcast.
Has been established at the Erie Environmental Center.
I should have known this would happen. There's no one here. The evacuation zone's abandoned. I'm gonna need a minute. Hey everyone, it's me again. I needed some time to process everything. Come here, little guy. I guess Marvin's just trying to cheer me up. I can see the city of Erie from here. Yesterday, I saw one of the Martian machines move between the buildings. It's odd, but I'm not as terrified of the Martians as I once was. It's almost like spotting a large grizzly bear in the distance. Best to avoid them when you can. And I've been trying my best to avoid the Martians, but surprisingly, I haven't seen any today. Marvin's tired. He's just resting in my arm right now. I've been having to carry the little guy for the last mile or so. I don't know where we're going. Oh, but there is something that I forgot to mention. This morning, I saw a tripod in between the buildings. But the odd thing was, it was just standing there, not moving. Ever since the invasion began, I don't think that I've seen them stand still for any length of time. They always seem to be in constant motion. There it is again. I've been hearing that noise off and on for the last hour. It's getting stronger now, more desperate sounding. I'm going to take a closer look. I can see a number of machines at the foot of that hill. None of them are moving. There's something, it looks like a Martian. It's dead. The Martians, we're saved. The Martians are dead, but how?
In the end, it was not man's great weapons of war that stopped the Martians. It was the humblest things that God, in his wisdom, has put on this earth. Bacteria. As the Martians drank and fed, our microscopic allies began to work. The Martians were already doomed when they began their invasion. It was only a matter of time. Now, as we look to the stars, a new sense of normalcy now takes hold. Though we must wonder if our neighbors from Mars might again decide to return.